Hello to my subscribers and returning subscribers. Also, Australian socialite, or let's say Sydney socialite, reveals how a mosquito bite saw her given a 2% chance of survival and made her life a living hell for 18 months until she had 36 surgeries to amputate and replace her leg. When I say amputate, that grammar might be too big. A mosquito bite, she was bitten by a mosquito in Lagos, Nigeria, our own Lagos, and that deteriorated to the point that she has to cut her 2 legs. That's what I mean. Her name is Stephenie Rodriguez, a 52-year-old woman. She had 18-month nightmare when she contracted cerebral malaria from a mosquito bite in our own Las Gidi. This is one of the funny news that you're going to hear about our country, Nigeria. This 52-year-old Stephenie Rodriguez, she narrated how she underwent 36 surgeries and had both feet amputated after contracting cerebral malaria during a business trip to Lagos, Nigeria. The single mom visited Lagos in 2019 after being invited to speak at a business gathering for travel executives. Speaking with the Sydney Morning Herald, she said during the gathering, she was asked to take a photo shoot next to a pool of stagnant water there in Lagos, and it was there that she got bitten 3 times by a mosquito on her left ankle. Here in Nigeria, she was bitten just 3 times. Mosquito beat us like tomorrow no day, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times. Even while you are walking, mosquito can perch on your leg and still bite you. Like mosquito, normally beat people when they are sleeping, but in this our country, Nigeria, depending on where you are, mosquito is everywhere. It's something that we are surviving every day. But she just got bitten by a mosquito 3 times, and that became a huge problem that led to the amputation of her 2 legs. Days after the mosquito bite, like after flying to India, from Lagos, she flew to India. Miss Rodriguez, she began to feel tired and exhausted after Lagos mosquito bite. She was later rushed to the hospital after struggling to eat and drink. An infectious disease specialist confirmed she had cerebral malaria. Doctors gave her a 2% chance of survival after artesunate. Artesunate is not the one we take, most of us take. Nigerians with artesunate, chloroquine, some of these drugs are banned in some countries. It's something we even take easily and nothing is happening. She was given artesunate, probably in India, by some doctors. A drug used, of course, treats severe malaria. That artesunate sent her into septic shock and organ failure. In a last-ditch effort to save her life, doctors used vasopressor drugs to redirect blood flow from her limbs to her vital organs. It was the last trick in the bag, and they cautioned my family, according to what Miss Rodriguez is now revealing. She said it was the last trick in the bag, and they cautioned her family that if she survived, there will be collateral damage. The vasopressors rubbed her feet and hands. The things furthest from my heart, according to her, of my blood and my frostbite. I quote her, the things furthest from my heart of blood and like frostbite, the areas without blood and oxygen began to die, she said. The drugs given to her, according to her revelation, caused her feet and hands to blacken from necrosis, and at one point she witnessed her own toe fall off into her hand. All this is owing to a mosquito bite 3 times in Lagos. After being airlifted back to Australia, doctors advised she would have to undergo an above-the-knee amputation along with several fingers. Horrified by the thought, she held off on the procedure, instead undergoing multiple skin grafts and surgery to see if her condition would improve. But eventually she had to have her remaining toes amputated. Wheelchair bound and unable to stand from unbearable pain, Ms. Rodriguez underwent drastic surgery to have both feet amputated and replaced with above ankle bilateral oxygenated implants and mechanical feet. God, a mosquito bite. I don't get it. So many of our Nigerians are making jokes with it on social media. Some say this is a doe mosquito, or some are calling it witchcraft. Well, I don't know. to tell you that in this our country, Nigeria, anything that kills in Nigeria must be really a strong thing. As I talk to you now, if you have malaria in China, you could be deported. But yeah, we have many mosquitoes. I mean, mosquito beats people and causes malaria, and you drink medicine and you recover. Some countries, malaria is bad. Like, malaria is a very terrible sickness or disease that they don't even want. She was just beaten by this mosquito in Lagos. Miss Rodriguez, a socialite, Australian socialite, and she was given artesunate. Artesunate is a drug used to treat severe malaria. Like, doctors discovered that she had cerebral malaria. But the thing led to something that left even you that is listening to this voice note now, it left us shocked. How on earth can malaria lead, mosquito bite lead to a cerebral malaria? Just the one she took in Lagos. Mosquito have been biting us as long as you are in this country. I know, I've been to some countries and I know that mosquito does not only bite here. I don't want to mention the countries, but mosquito bites everywhere. So why is this one that beat this woman in Lagos different from others? Even the India that she was flown to, or she went to, where she was being treated, given at Senate and all of that, there are lots of mosquito in India too. There's mosquito in Australia too. So why is it that the one that beat her in Lagos led her to so many complications? 18 months in coma, and she was battling with her life. She was given 2% chance to live, 2% chance of survival. We thank God that she's alive, and all we have to say, all I have to say is to tell her sorry that she came to our country. She has to face all of that. Thank God that she's alive, and she didn't, mosquito bite that led to cerebral malaria did not claim her life. But this, to us, some of us that have different view of it, so many believe it's witchcraft, so many believe it's something else, that it can't just be mosquito. That same place she visited in Lagos, where she had this mosquito bite 3 times, mosquito bit her 3 times according to her revelation. Many people have been there, and of course they've been bitten by a mosquito, but it did not lead to cerebral malaria. It's so strange. Is nebulous. I have not heard of this in my entire life, that mosquito bit someone in their own country, Nigeria, and that aggravated to cerebral malaria. From cerebral malaria to someone having to be in coma for 18 months. And from there, she needed to cut her 2 legs for her to survive. So guys, what do you have to say concerning Miss Rodriguez's revelation? Do you really believe her story? Yes, people can, you have the right to agree or not to agree, to believe it or not to believe it. So do you think that a mosquito in Lagos could... Yes, mosquitoes are biting us, and of course it's making us to contract malaria, and we drink artesunate, chloroquine, some other drugs also that helps in treating severe malaria. We've been taking it and we've been surviving now. We have been getting better. We've been recovering from malaria almost everyone in Nigeria, except some group of people. But this is something that is common in this country. So for me, there are many things I'm thinking about. They gave her artesunate. That drug is not forever. Some people react differently to drugs that are given to them. There are people that their body react differently to drugs that contain sulfur. There are people that react differently their body react differently to some kind of drug that have some contents or some distance, some stuffs in it that are used to prepare them. So the moment she took that artesunate, based on her revelation, it caused some kind of problem in her body. It sent her into septic shock and organic failure. The artesunate she took sent her into septic shock and organic failure. So that's where I'm supposing the problem got aggravated. So what do you guys think? Do you think that a mosquito in Nigeria could lead to, first of all, could cause cerebral malaria, could lead to organ failure, maybe because of her own body different from us in Nigeria, and could lead to one's leg amputation. Please, I would like you to make that known in the comment box below. Thank you, guys.